Kobor ko manswani getade sombar walni cisa baji mango bakmara taun noni kolachi kilometer mang ong echil gepa alokpang jolni soroko sengkam ar marako kanam gija gepa mongma mangsa doke siata ha ne koborna parakataha. Kobor ko manswani getade sengkam ar marak Malaysia ciri angin ba warama geta noktang cinari ang plengacem wa somai metengo sa wa kanam gija gepa mongma mangsa burung grup ponyong katen ba uko kisang cirik paen ba doke siata ha ne koborna parakataha. Ya kanam gija gepa mongma mangsa aran karini somai rango South Garohills Jajor rangoni ko caani rangko biap tam saoni biap tam gepenona ri rurui amne carungacem ene ba koborna parakataha. Ndake asel ong cakram biapona polistol rang bakpakan ri angin yani ko ba takaha ene ba koborna parakataha. Taasal ni Cabinet Topmanyo roster system ni bidingo memorandum ko onen ba ya roster system ni bidingo sandiani ko ba ni peltayani ko daknagata saketam komiti rangko donataha ne adok ni Chief Minister Pak Conrad ke sangma Cabinet Topmanyo aganangaha. Ndake ya donata ko man komiti rangara Chief Secretary baksana Law Department ni Saksa aro Personal Department ni Saksa ya donata ko man komiti rangan ya roster system ni bidingo akan gerkani ko takin ba ya kamrang ni gemen report rang ko on anggen ne ba uwa aganangaha. Ndake adoko songdong gepa manderang na kamrang ko ka ejanggi thangna geta ye memorandum mo pangchake donat gemen komiti rang ni agan gerkani ko takani jakman salsa ba salgani jakmanon kamrang ko ba nakatati on anggen ne adok ni Chief Minister da alsal ni Topmanyo koborna parakangaha. Ndake ya roster system ni bidingo agan gerkani ko dakengon ru utta belsirangonin ya roster system ong baingani gemenda alu na ba wanon pangchaki ya roster system ko na merakina nanganyo ka akinga aro mekangchi jenik nekani rangko chagrungen cem ong oba ya recach isko sotsni geni belsio shwali on gemen reservation policy pangchake ya roster system ko jarekna geta nanggen ene ya Topmanyo talatani ko ba takangaha.
The office memo for the reservation roster amendments were put up today to be made in the reservation roster so that the reservation roster OM is clear, and with these amendments now in the office memorandum, the process of recruitment will also be starting post the office memorandum for the reservation roster that will come out most probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow. No, as I said, and I've maintained from day one, that the roster is a continuous process. And the continuity, obviously it starts with 72, but the continuity is there. And we have been maintaining that in the past many years, the different positions that have been there have been filled up by certain communities in some cases and by different communities in certain cases. And hence, whatever the case may be, those positions were filled up. But the roster plotting is required to allow us to know where we are in the roster today. And hence, the data that's going to be plotted is going to allow us then to know from which particular serial number do we start now. And that is the main purpose. And hence, the advertisements will take place from that serial number. And that is the purpose of plotting the numbers from 1972. And wherever the data is available, we are doing it. Wherever data is not available, we are starting from 1.
Tauroro adoko rang wagijani selo adoko panganik nekani rangko chagrong na nanginga ne adok ni Chief Minister Pak Conrad sangma koborna parakataha. Ndake tauroro adoko salrang ni rakchangani gemen umiam lek ni chirang namen komiyahani gemen adoko bijoli rangko gepen adok rangoni ko sa salsa rupis recha getam crore tangkarang ci brepilna nanga auga akinga uni gemen don gemen lot sedingo pangchake bijoli rangko sattaun kaangna geta nangkwaigen ene ua koborna parakataha. Tauroro salrangni rakchangani sel dengtang adokrang ba absan dakapanik nekani rangko chagrong tokenga ndake onggen semua mangba ia bijoli rangni bidingo Meghalaya adokna mekangchi nambatta kamrangko khana gata jakurangko de na gata surkario sansisuanirang genang ane adokni chief minister adoko sungdonggepa manderangna kadungatani katarangko aganan baksa Meghalaya adokni dengtang-dengtang nekanirangko koborna parakataha.
Just to give you an example and also to share with you how the government is working today. Today, on an average, in the last 2 years, and this year is no different, we are spending approximately 600 crores of the state's revenue to pay for different expenditures, including purchase of power from MECL point of view, to even maintain the kind of power that we have today. We are purchasing close to 3 crores of power every day, even now, considering the kind of scenario we're facing today. Hence, if the situation continues for the next 100 days, we'll be spending an additional 300 crores just to buy power, just to maintain this level of, the load shedding that we have. And so, therefore, situation is very complicated, but we are doing our best to ensure that the load shedding doesn't go beyond this. But what we wanted to share with everybody is that it's not that government is not doing anything. We are trying our best to ensure that we're able to maintain things as it is right now. And obviously we need the rains to come. And also we are working in the long run, which I've shared with you, that we have to go for other augmenting measures. So therefore this solar mission is meant to be one of those measures. It will take time, but as we move forward, I'm hopeful that in the next 2 years, 3 years, we will see more input from the solar power into the decentralized system of housing of the houses and homes, which we can then have it on solar as a backup. We are also, as I said, working very closely with thermal producing plants because we are keen that now that licenses for the mining are being given, we are hopeful that we'll be able to start the thermal plants also, and that may be a long-term solution that we may see in the next 2 to 3 years to 4 years time. So we are taking some very, very strong steps towards it. But yes, these few months that we had in the past and the current time also is very difficult for us. I won't hesitate in saying that this may be one of the most difficult times that MECL has faced because of multiple aspects. There is an issue of the rates that we have. Today in the Regulatory Commission, we are limited. We do not have the full power to determine the rates that are being charged by the MECL, and is determined by the Regulatory Commission. And today, in certain cases, the Regulatory Commission is even putting up rates that are below the below the market rate. Means the consumers are paying more than the industries. And so, for example, today the consumers are paying 6 rupees, whereas industries are paying 5 rupees. And these are rates that are set up by the Commission in spite of repeated requests that the industries should pay more. We have not got a positive result or a response from there. So we are still working with them, and we're trying to resolve these issues. And also the rates that are being charged from consumers is much lower compared to the cost that MECL is bearing today. And hence, these things have to be changed if we want to see any kind of long-term improvement in the financial health of MECL. Apart from that, of course, we have issues of AT&C losses. But in the last few years, we have seen that come down to some extent. But much more needs to be done. And that's the reason why schemes like the RDSS schemes are being implemented today to ensure that we have a better metering, that it comes up so that we can actually reduce the AT&C losses that are there. And obviously, we have to increase our own power production in terms of augmenting the current hydro plants that we have, and also to ensure that other sources of decentralized sustainable solar power for households and institutions, as well as thermal power should come in.